The idea that there's still articles like this coming out, it's almost laughable when it comes to the Marvels. The Marvels box office prediction. Will the movie flop or succeed? That's not even a question at this point in time.
Not even a question. No, it's not.
The real question is how badly will it fail? You still have places like The Wrap. Can the Marvels continue the female-led box office momentum of Barbie and Taylor Swift's Eras Tour? Somehow, I don't think so. Is the Marvels facing certain doom? That is a good headline because the answer to that definitively is yes. Right now, the most updated numbers we have, Jeremy, have the Marvels between $45 and $62 million opening weekend. To put that in perspective, in the history of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the lowest opening weekend, The Incredible Hulk, $55 million. That was back in 2008.
At the beginning, the MCU wasn't even the MCU at that point in time. And by the way, The Incredible Hulk is a fantastic movie. Edward Norton far better than Mark Ruffalo. But yeah, like that's not even a real comparison. You know what I mean? Like that's not a legitimate comparison.
Even Ant-Man that came out in 2015, like think of how different ticket prices were then versus now. Either way, even if it gets like 60 or 70 million, it will likely be the least attended in terms of tickets that we've seen for an MCU opening weekend.
Yep.
But right now, even the top level still has it as one of the lowest in history. It's likely to maybe even underperform that. When you have people like Grace Randolph saying this, you know it's going to be bad. But here we go.
Now, speaking of women in Hollywood, oh, here come the Marvels. Is it just going to get worse and worse? Is this going to be the MCU's Birds of Prey? I think it's very similar in that, you know, it's not what the comic book fans wanted, but there is a contingent of fans that are very loud on social media, but probably not going to show up at the box office in a meaningful way, that are really promoting the film and fighting for it, you know, very aggressively. So I think that's interesting.
It is interesting.
When Grace has a good take, you know you're in bad shape. Holy shit.
Yeah, when she has that take, you know it's doomed for failure. And listen, we've been talking about this for a long time. When they changed it from Captain Marvel 2 to the Marvels, all the production issues, the bad test screenings, the fact that they continue to edit this movie down as much as they can. I think it's like 88 minutes long or something. Might end up being the final runtime, the shortest in MCU history. All of it is spelling absolute disaster. And we're only a couple days away from this. Jeremy, let's go to the Marvels. Now, there's a sold-out showing for the Marvels opening night at Disney Springs. I have to believe that is like an event, like somebody bought it out or whatever. The reason I say that, and we see that too, especially for bullshit like this, you see, oh, this company's taking us to this thing, blah, blah, blah. I've seen some of that already. People have been sending me stuff that their company's doing this or that. Let's go to 7 p.m. screening, right? Laser at AMC. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tickets sold. Well, that's not very good. But does anybody want it in 3D? I guess we could look in 3D. Oh, there's none sold for 3D opening night. What about 8 p.m.? Oh my gosh, there's 6 people. There's 6 people there. What about the afternoon? 2.
My goodness, man.
What about, let's go to, I didn't even know where AMC West Oaks is. Not sure where the fuck that is. Let's go to just a normal ass digital screening, 6:30 p.m. Right? That has to be. Oh shit, not a single one sold. Well, that's rough.
Yikes.
What about the Altamonte Mall? Digital 8:30 p.m. prime time. Everybody's off work. Not a single ticket.
Let me put this in perspective, everyone. We are in Orlando, Florida. This is the place that Disney built.
Like this specifically, Disney Springs AMC 24 is like the biggest theater around, basically.
Yes, this is the home field advantage for Disney right here. You have no idea. If you've never been here, you have no idea how big Walt Disney World is. It's fucking massive. Point being is that this is where, if anywhere was going to be successful, it's here or in California. That's it. This movie is going to be the
same thing in China. We've heard the same thing in the UK from stuff I've seen. Now, this is all just anecdotal, right? It could be that you live in fucking Houston, Texas, and yours might be like a bunch of people filled up. Like that could be. It's just anecdotal. What about deaf people? Any deaf people seeing this? No fucking deaf people. Even deaf people don't want to put up with this shit. Is the Marvels facing certain doom?
Yes.
The easy answer is yes. The question will be, how bad will it be? That's the question that we all want to know the answer to.